standing. We will now have the presentation of colors and the national anthem. Colors will be presented by the Joint Service Color Guard of the University of Memphis' United States Army, Naval, and Air Force Reserve Officers Training Corps. The national anthem will be sung by Robert Nunez. Robert is a second-year master's student at the University of Memphis. He's from Washington, D.C., and currently studies with Professor Susan Leonard. Mr. Nunez received his bachelor's degree at Marshall University in 2014. Over the summer, he will perform in Chicago's Summer Opera as Sid and Albert Herring, and perform with Miami Music Festival. Robert thanks his family for being supportive of his aspirations, his voice teacher, and all of the friends at the University of Memphis. Robert is receiving the Master of Music degree today. Music is being rendered by a graduate string quartet, our graduate brass quintet, and woodwind quintet. Dr. Albert Wynn conducting. Good afternoon. Please be seated. I am Karen Little West, University Provost. I want to welcome you to the spring convocation of the 104th commencement of the university. We are extremely proud of our graduating class. Today we will award a total of 2,416 degrees from the 13 schools and colleges that comprise the University of Memphis. During this ceremony, we will recognize one of our schools and 3 of our colleges. This brings the number of degrees awarded since 1912 to 163,301. At this time, I would like to introduce some special members of the Platform Party who will be participating in today's ceremony. Please stand as you are introduced. Ms. Melanie Murray, University Counsel. Mr. Bobby Prince, Chief Development Officer. Dr. Andrew Myers, Vice President for Research and Executive Director, University of Memphis Research Foundation. Mr. Robert Jackson, Interim Chief Information Officer. Dr. Rosie Phillips Bingham, Vice President for Student Affairs. Dr. Saverna Ford, University Libraries. Mr. Tom Banning, President, Faculty Senate. Dr. Richard R. Ranta, Founding Dean, College of Communication and Fine Arts, and having been with us for 44 years of dedicated service to the university, to the Memphis community, locally and nationally, we want to give him a round of applause now for his last commencement service. Thank you, Dick. Dr. Joan Geekas, Assistant Dean, University College. Dr. Tom Neenan, Dean, College of Arts and Sciences. Ms. Tammy Hedges, Vice President for External Relations. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. David Knowles, President of the Student Government Association. David is a senior majoring in health and human performance with a concentration in exercise and sport science. David?
Good evening. I would like to start by first congratulating each and every individual who has the honor of calling themselves a Spring 2016 graduate of the University of Memphis. I would then like to congratulate the parents, grandparents, family, and friends that have also made it possible for these great people to be sitting in front of us today. I congratulate you all on completion of a journey, a chapter in your life that I'm sure has been a great and educational one. Along this journey, you have probably learned just as much about yourself as you have about your choice of study. And it was the self-knowledge and a dream of a future self that helped you to be able to make those hard decisions and to be able to make the choices that you made in your college career. It was those decisions that made you stay up through those long days and even longer nights, the 12 hours of cramming right before the big test that you knew about months before because you saw it in the syllabus. And the financial struggle that you went through these 4, 5, or 6 years that you've been in college. All of these things have been great accomplishments because you saw within yourself a greater self. I applaud you for forming, sculpting, and polishing that greater self. And now, on this 7th day of May, 2016, I encourage you to go out and show that greater self to everyone that you meet, but all the while knowing that you have even greater things that lie ahead of you on the road of life. But I urge you not to forget about the time that you spent dreaming and learning about yourselves, because just as you have had the opportunity to do great things, you have opportunities to do even greater things. I would like to leave you with a quote by Justin Scott. Some of you may know him as Big Crit. Just know that I was once considered just a dreamer. Then I paid my dues and turned so many doubters into believers. Thank you for being dreamers, and thank you for turning those into reality. I encourage you all to go and lead great lives, stay dreaming of your greater selves, and stay driven by doing. Thank you.
Thank you, David. We've always enjoyed the presence of members of the Tennessee Board of Regents at our commencement. Today, the representative, the Honorable Jay Templeton, Commissioner of the Department of Agriculture, will bring greetings. Mr. Templeton.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure of mine to be with you here today, and on behalf of our governor, the chairman of the Board of Regents, Honorable Bill Haslam, Acting Chancellor Gregory, and my other colleagues on the Tennessee Board of Regents, it is a distinct pleasure to bring greetings to you, a dynamic group of graduates, your family, friends, the faculty, and other guests. The Tennessee Board of Regents system consists of 46 institutions, including the University of Memphis, with a combined annual enrollment of almost 200,000 students, one of the nation's largest higher education systems. I'm extremely proud of the high level of performance, achievement, and accomplishments here at the University of Memphis. As students of this great institution, you have been able to witness and experience many of the university's successes. This high level of performance and academic excellence is also evident in today's graduating class, as a university, as well as those of us gathered, will honor you as now graduates of the University of Memphis, and congratulations. Today you are making your mark in history by being one of over 2,416 graduates in this weekend's spring graduation class from colleges and schools with more than 17 bachelor's degrees in more than 50 majors and 70 concentrations, master's degrees in over 55 subjects, and doctoral degrees in 23 disciplines, specialist degree in education, and the Juris Doctor. To today's graduate, be proud of your accomplishments. To parents and friends, it's a great day for me, my wife, and our family as our very own Michaela Rhodes graduates here today and is part of this graduating class. So be proud of your university, the University of Memphis, and again, on behalf of our governor and all across the state of Tennessee, we all offer you our sincerest best wishes as you embark on this new chapter in your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Templeton. It is also my distinct pleasure to introduce our 12th president of the University of Memphis, Dr. M. David Rudd.
Let me ask before I start to have all of our graduates, this is a special day for many reasons and a special weekend also for mothers. Let's ask our graduates to give mothers a hand today for all they've done. Let me add my welcome to you to the spring convocation of the 104th Commencement at the University of Memphis. Today is an exciting day for those of us at the university. We've had an opportunity to work with you as students, get to know you as individuals, and become aware of your talents and your dreams. We've watched you learn, mature, and now we have the opportunity to help you move on to the next phase in your life. It is a thrill for us to be involved in your education in each and every way. It's my opportunity now and a privilege to introduce to you a commencement speaker, and I have to assure you we have a wonderful commencement speaker for you here today, Terry Lee Freeman. She was appointed president of the National Civil Rights Museum in November of 2014. As president, Terry is responsible for providing strategic leadership in furthering the museum's mission as an educational and cultural institution. Ms. Freeman's goals for the museum include establishing the museum as the new public square for dialogue about and around civil and human rights, providing a safe space for people to exchange and learn, becoming an institutional center for the promotion of nonviolence, social justice and equity, and being a hands-on educational resource for those desiring historical knowledge of civil rights and human rights. For 18 years, Ms. Freeman served as the president of the Community Foundation for the National Capital Region, the largest funder of nonprofit organizations in Washington, D.C. In that position, she distinguished herself for her community building, her role in creating community consensus, her leadership on critical issues to improve the quality of life, and her record of increasing the community founding's assets from $52 million to a remarkable $350 million. Each year since 2009, the Washingtonian Magazine has identified Ms. Freeman as one of the 100 most powerful women of Washington. The Washington Business Journal identified Ms. Freeman as one of the women who means business, and in 2005, in 2004, Washington Life magazine identified Ms. Freeman as a woman of substance and style. That is a nice designation. She was named the Washingtonian of the Year in 2002. Since moving to Memphis, she has been featured in the Commercial Appeal, the Southern Soul magazine, and Inside Memphis Business. Ms. Freeman has received her bachelor's degree in journalism and communication from the University of Dayton and her master's degree in organizational communication from Howard University. She is married to Dr. Boyer G. Freeman and is the proud mother of 3 daughters and has a new grandchild that you may have seen. And we are thrilled to have her with us. Please join me in welcoming Terry Lee Freeman.
What a beautiful sight you are. And all of you as well. You all should be very proud that all these people have come out for this very momentous occasion. Well, President Rudd, Provost Weddle West, to the Board of Regents and the Board of Directors, distinguished faculty, guests, family, and friends, good afternoon. And to the stars of the show, the graduates of the class of 2016, congratulations. You have met your financial obligation. You completed all of your assignments and finished in good academic standing. And I will tell you a little story about that a little bit later. And right now, I am all that is standing between you and your diploma. What power I have up here, huh? Well, no, really, I am honored and humbled to stand in this place and speak to you today at your commencement, an event that will fit in the scrapbook of memorable events, an event that should motivate, an event that should be both a well done, signaling the completion of one phase of your lives, and a send-off as we watch with pride your beginning a life of discovery. And the commencement speech, well, it should not be remembered by its length, but for its message and substance. So, that said, my promise to you is that I will employ the 3S technique that I learned from my husband, which is to stand up, speak up, and shut up. So today, with the turn of your tassel, you will begin to create your legacy. Now, you're likely thinking, legacy? I just want to enjoy not having to pay attention to the next assignment on the syllabus. I know that feeling of accomplishment and of completion. But in fact, your journey has just begun, and it will be what you make it. Recently, I was asked the question, what lessons would you tell your 25-year-old self? I gave that question a lot of thought, and since we can't turn back the hands of time, and I'm privileged to stand in this spot today, I will pass those lessons on to you, since I'm certain that all of you are closer to 25 than I ever will be again. So lesson number one, life truly is a marathon, so don't sprint through it. We all recognize that life is a marathon, but far too often we complete the marathon through a series of sprints. We can be so focused on the outcome that we miss the enjoyment of the journey. Now, I'm not a marathon runner, but I know that during a marathon, the athlete experiences both highs and lows. The first thing they do is prepare for the race. The night before, they eat the proper nutrition, fueling their body with carbohydrates that will take them from beginning to end. So I guess the sub-lesson out of this is that carbs are your friend. But on the following day, they experience that euphoria at the sound of the horn signaling the start of the race. They experience the joy of completing those first few miles with little discomfort. Then they begin to stretch themselves and lean on the months of training they've endured. They begin to feel their muscles responding and being pushed. The need for refreshment increases. Sometimes self-doubt will enter the picture through negative self-talk. I'm not good enough. I didn't train hard or long enough. Or, why am I out here at 7 a.m. in the rain trying to run 26.2 miles? They often see a wall that seems impenetrable, and they begin to employ tactics, repeating a mantra, visualizing success, thinking about a pleasurable moment or moments in their lives to help them cope with the physical realities of pushing their bodies to the limit. And just as they reach that big, hairy, audacious wall, they dig deep and find something within themselves that motivates them to go around or above the obstacle. They face the difficulty, they move beyond it, and success is in sight. The worst appears to be over. Additional refreshment aids the body. The athlete is fully connected to their physical selves. But at this point, they have transcended to a mental place that says, I got this. The runner sees the finish line and soon hears the cheering crowd and the sounds of victory. And then the body reminds them of the feat they've just accomplished and the toll it has taken. Now, there's a need for a period of recovery. During the period of recovery, the athlete has the opportunity to step back, relax, release, and renew. Life is like this marathon experience. Along the 26.2 miles, there is beauty that you need to take in. Along the 26.2 miles, there are people who will be there to help provide you with refreshment. Kindly accept their assistance because you will never finish if you go it alone. Along the 26.2 miles, there will be obstacles that will challenge your stamina and will cause you to question your ability. But for every obstacle, there's always a way around or over it. If you dig deeply and really put on your thinking caps, as the old folks used to say, you will find abilities you never knew you had. And soon, the obstacles will be in the rearview mirror. Lesson number 2, to build your character, you've got to go through something. Character is not born, it is built. Just because you now have a degree and can put a few letters behind your name, or in the case of some of you, almost an entire alphabet, does not mean you have character. Book learning does not build the integrity that comes with experience. And your character is defined by your integrity. It is the moral qualities, ethical standards, and the principles by which we live our lives. So let me tell you a story. Remember I said I was going to get back to this whole in good academic standing thing. I remember sitting in the stadium at the University of Dayton, waiting, or more appropriately, praying that my name would be called to walk across the stage, shake the president's hand, and receive my diploma. It was April 1981. I, like all my fellow graduates, went to the ROTC building to pick up my cap and gown. I was beaming from ear to ear. It was all finished but the shouting. I walked up to the woman at the table and gave her my name. Terry Lee, I said, with much anticipation to receive that beautiful black cap and gown. She looked at her list, because there were no computers. No comments, please. She looked at her list, she scrolled across, and then she looked up at me with a smirk, I might add, and delivered these words. You're not graduating. You have not satisfactorily completed your political science class. Well, I could literally feel the blood drain from my face. Panic washed over me, and I responded, no, you don't understand. My mother and grandfather will be here next weekend. I've got to graduate or they're going to kill me. She then politely handed me a printout with the class I was obviously failing. And it just happened to be a class I took with my then boyfriend, now husband of almost 30 years in just a couple of weeks. I ran to his apartment, and as the tears flowed down my face, I hysterically explained my situation to him, and he responded thusly. I told you you needed to take that class seriously. It was not exactly the response I wanted to hear. So my next step was to go to my professor, eat a whole lot of crow, and figure out how I might convince him to let them give me a diploma. It took the reading of approximately a half of a textbook and significant writing assignments within 48 hours to get the hardest fought C known to man. When my name was called on that Saturday in April, I thanked God and vowed that accomplishing the task at hand would never be something I would put off ever again. That was my first true character building experience, and I'm a better person for having dealt with this adverse situation. Now, she's not here now, but she was here this morning. My mother was in the audience, and it was the first time she had ever heard that story. She was a little shocked, to say the least, but I told her, see, here I am, look. This is what can happen if you don't pass a class. Well, I got through. I'm thankful also, though, that I have a couple of my daughters here, and they can tell you that during their time at home, anytime they had to go through something difficult, anytime they had a failure, anytime they experienced rejection, anytime they were fourth on the list and there were only 3 places, I would tell them to chalk it up to character building. You see, to really develop character, you got to go through something, and the more difficult, the better. Let me illustrate it this way. What we think of as bread only develops those characteristics after the yeast is proofed, the dry and wet ingredients are combined, and the dough is kneaded, rested, and often kneaded again before being shoved into a hot oven. But after 30 minutes or so, what we have is a beautifully delicious loaf of homemade bread, which can often steal the show at the dinner table. For bread to become bread, it must go through something. Our lives are very similar. At this point on your journey, with the help of your family and the University of Memphis, you have the raw materials to become bread. In fact, I'm certain your yeast has been proofed. And some of you may have begun to mix the dry and wet ingredients. But trust me, the real kneading is yet to begin. And while you may have danced around a microwave or a toaster oven, trust me, there's a double oven in your future that will be set to broil, bake, or time cook. And the character development you will gain from those experiences will help you learn how to deal with adversity. Remember, there is no shame in failure, but in not acknowledging the failure and learning from it. A Zen master describes it as such: human actions have many faults and errors. This is something that neither the wise or foolish can avoid. Yet it is only the wise who can correct their faults and change to good, whereas the foolish mostly conceal their faults and cover up their wrongs. Lesson 3, perfection is best left to a higher power. As you continue along your journey with its many twists and turns, you will find that sometimes you are in the driver's seat, and at other times you are simply a passenger on the ride. There will be times when you will give 100% and those around you will applaud your hard work and effort. Other times, that same 100% will get you no recognition. It is in those times where you might challenge yourself to work to what you see as perfection. Complete the project ahead of schedule, under budget, and without any assistance, and deliver it to your boss with a nice red bow. But at what cost? Possibly in pushing so hard to achieve perfection, you've isolated yourself from friends, family, or colleagues. Or maybe you've pushed so hard that you've sacrificed your morning run or your afternoon yoga that helped you maintain your mental edge and your physical stamina. Or you've been burning the midnight oil and your perfect project is filled with imperfections simply because you were tired. My point here is that it will be tempting as you move into the next phase of life to want to strive for perfection and get that perfect 100% on everything that you do. But I would encourage you to set your own bar, always doing your best, striving for excellence, but not perfection. You'll have a lot less disappointment. Lesson number 4, write your own documentary. At the National Civil Rights Museum, I have the opportunity to meet incredible people who have accomplished or endured incredible things. People like Joan Trumpauer Mulholland, a white woman who chose to put her very life on the line to integrate lunch counters and interstate travel when she was a college student. People like the mother of Trayvon Martin, who lost her 17-year-old son to a murderer found not guilty of killing her unarmed child. Or Judge Damon Keith, a 93-year-old sitting federal judge who in his lifetime forced the desegregation of schools, equitable housing policy, and equal access to employment. Each of these individuals, like you and me, had to make the decision to do the right thing. And each of them made that decision recognizing the public humiliation, taunting, and some instances, terror that would have to face them. But they followed the path of right to do something that would help someone else. The documentaries of their lives are awe-inspiring and encourage others of us to do the right thing. At this very moment, you each have the opportunity to begin to write your own documentary that will leave an indelible mark on history. So as you begin this journey of life, after the graduation parties, the graduation trips, and other celebrations, keep these 4 lessons in mind. Life is a marathon. Make sure you enjoy the 26.2 miles. Character building is often painful, but will build your mettle and is always worth it in the end. Strive for excellence, not perfection. Live your life as if you are writing your own biopic documentary. And just for extra punch, a 5th, smile a lot, maintain your sense of humor, and enjoy life. Congratulations, class of 2016. We are anticipating great things from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Freeman, for your timely, insightful, and very meaningful comments. We will now recognize each of the graduates. Their names will be read by Mr. Jacob Allen, Assistant Professor, Musical Theater, and Ms. Tammy Jones, Instructor, English. At this time, I ask our guests to join us in acknowledging the accomplishments of our graduates. We draw your attention to the overhead screen that will allow you to have a close-up view of each candidate with President Rudd. The candidates for the doctoral degrees will be presented by Dr. Jasper Dollywall, Vice Provost for Academic Affairs and Dean of the Graduate School.
President Rudd, I present the candidates for the doctoral degrees. Will the doctoral graduates please rise and remain standing? President Rudd, on behalf of the graduate faculty of the university, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred.
Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class, upon certification by the graduate school that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and by the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the doctoral degree that you have earned, and admit to you all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. You will receive the appropriate diploma.
Litany M. Boudreau is receiving the Doctor of Audiology from the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders. Dr. David Wark Hooding, Dr. Linda Jarmilowitz, Interim Dean. Jordan Elise Kofelt is receiving the Doctor of Audiology from the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders. Dr. David Wark Hooding. Jill E. Lothar is receiving the Doctor of Audiology from the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders. Dr. David Wark Hooding. Jason Robert Hodges is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the School of Public Health. Dr. Satish Kadia, Major Professor. Dr. Lisa Kledges, Dean. Shelley Roosh Burr is receiving the Doctor of Education from the Department of Instruction and Curriculum Leadership. Dr. Celia Anderson, Major Professor. Dr. Ernest Rako, Interim Dean. Patricia Jane Easley is receiving the Doctor of Education from the Department of Leadership. Dr. Jeff Wilson, Major Professor. Kimberly Fair Josie is receiving the Doctor of Education from the Department of Instruction and Curriculum Leadership. Dr. Cliff Mims and Dr. Carmen Weaver, co-major professors. Dr. Weaver Hooding. Claire Louisa Knowles is receiving the Doctor of Education from the Department of Instruction and Curriculum Leadership. Dr. Deborah L. Lother, Major Professor. Dr. Carmen Weaver, assisting in the hooding. Tracy Deanne McAllister is receiving the Doctor of Education from the Department of Instruction and Curriculum Leadership. Dr. Cliff Mims and Dr. Carmen Weaver, co-major professors. Jennifer T. Towns is receiving the Doctor of Education from the Department of Instruction and Curriculum Leadership. Dr. Carmen L. Weaver, Major Professor. Trainer B. Kern is receiving the Doctor of Education from the Department of Instruction and Curriculum Leadership. Dr. Beverly E. Cross, Major Professor. Tamala Boyd Shaw is receiving the Doctor of Education from the Department of Instruction and Curriculum Leadership. Dr. Beverly E. Cross, Major Professor. Thomas Christian King is receiving the Doctor of Education from the Department of Instruction and Curriculum Leadership. Dr. E. Trey Martindale, Major Professor. Cheryl Yvonne Lambert is receiving the Doctor of Education from the Department of Instruction and Curriculum Leadership. Dr. Renee C. Murley, Major Professor. Lou Flowers Martin is receiving the Doctor of Education from the Department of Leadership. Dr. Charisse Gulasino, Major Professor. Rebecca H. Scott is receiving the Doctor of Education from the Department of Leadership. Dr. Reginald L. Green, Major Professor. Trevor Thompson is receiving the Doctor of Education from the Department of Leadership. Dr. Reginald L. Green, Major Professor. Laura Ann Bailey Smith is receiving the Doctor of Education from the Department of Counseling, Educational Psychology, and Research. Dr. Douglas C. Stromer, Major Professor. Dr. Melissa Fickling, assisting in the hooding. Clay Andrew Wormel is receiving the Doctor of Education from the Department of Counseling, Educational Psychology, and Research. Dr. Richard K. James, Major Professor. Katharina Barth is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Counseling, Educational Psychology, and Research. Dr. Christian Mueller and Dr. Allison Happel-Parkins, co-major professors. Puya Bashivan is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Dr. Mohammed Yeason, Major Professor. Dr. Richard Swigard, Dean. M. Kamal Hussein is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Dr. Mohd Hassan Ali, Major Professor. M. Maruf Hussein is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Dr. Mohd Hassan Ali, Major Professor. Ali Reza Shahjui is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Civil Engineering. Dr. Shahram Pezesk, Major Professor. Yongkwan Zhou is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Dr. Jiado Mo, Major Professor. Vladimir G. Ambertsumian is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Business and Information Technology. Dr. Mark L. Gillison, Major Professor. Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean. Willie Keith Story is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Marketing and Supply Chain Management. Dr. George Dietz, Major Professor.
At this time, President Rudd will confer the graduate degrees. The deans will introduce the candidates. Dr. Linda Jamalowitz, Interim Dean, School of Communication Sciences and Disorders, will introduce the school's candidates, followed by Dr. Lisa Klages, Dean, School of Public Health, who will introduce the candidates for that school. Dr. Jamalowitz?
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders, please stand. President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the school, I recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred. Please remain standing.
Candidates for the Master of Public Health and the Master of Health Administration, please stand and remain standing. President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Public Health, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred.
School of Communication Sciences and Disorders and School of Public Health Master's candidates, upon certification by the graduate school that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and by the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the Master of Specialist degree that you have earned, and admit to you all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. You will receive the appropriate diploma. Please be seated.
At this time, President Rudd will confer the remaining graduate degrees. Dr. Jasper Dhaliwal, Vice Provost for Academic Affairs and Dean of the Graduate School, will introduce the school's candidates.
Will all the candidates for the remaining specialist and master's degrees please rise and remain standing? President Rudd, on behalf of the graduate faculty of the university, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred.
Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class, upon certification by the graduate school that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and with the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the degree that you have earned, and admit to you all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. You will receive the appropriate diploma. Please be seated.
President Rudd, the deans of the colleges and schools of the candidates for the baccalaureate degree will present the undergraduate candidates as printed in the program. As your college or school is introduced, please rise and remain standing for the conferral of the baccalaureate degree. Dr. Richard Schweigert, Dean, Herff College of Engineering.
Will all candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from the Herff College of Engineering please rise? President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the college, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred. You may be seated.
Dr. Richard Bloomer, Interim Director, School of Health Studies.
Will all the candidates for the baccalaureate degree from the School of Health Studies please stand? President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the school, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred. Please be seated.
Dr. Ernie Rako, Interim Dean, College of Education.
Will all the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from the College of Education please rise? President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the college, I recommend the appropriate degrees be conferred. You may be seated.
Dr. Sharlitha Lee, Associate Dean, Loewenberg College of Nursing.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degree from the Loewenberg College of Nursing please rise? President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the college, I recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred. You may be seated.
Dr. Radesh Palakarthi, Director of the Kemmons Wilson School of Hospitality and Resort Management.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degree from the Kemmons Wilson School of Hospitality and Resort Management please rise? President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the school, I recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred. Please be seated.
Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean, Fogelman College of Business and Economics.
Will all the candidates for the baccalaureate degree from the Fogelman College of Business and Economics please rise? President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the college, I recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred. You may be seated.
Okay, will all of the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please rise? All of the candidates for the baccalaureate degree. Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class of the undergraduate schools and colleges of the University of Memphis, with the approval of the undergraduate faculties of the university and upon certification by the dean of your college that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and with the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the degree that you have earned and admit to you all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. You will receive the appropriate diploma. At this time, it is now customary that you move your tassel from the right to the left. This signifies that you have earned your baccalaureate degree. Please be seated.
It is important at this wonderful occasion to recognize outstanding undergraduate students who have earned all A's while matriculating to degree completion. Will all undergraduate students who have maintained and earned straight A's please stand? Congratulations, what an amazing feat. Please be seated. Graduates who've distinguished themselves in their academic work by graduating with honors are listed in the program and can be identified by their honor cords. As I identify each honors group, please stand. Gold. Gold signifies summa cum laude. Thank you, please be seated. Red. Red signifies magna cum laude. Thank you, please be seated. White. White signifies cum laude. Thank you, please be seated. Phi Kappa Phi is the University of Memphis's highest all-discipline academic honor society. It represents the top 5% of each college or school on campus, with all members of Phi Kappa Phi, including the faculty and administration, please rise and be recognized. Thank you, please be seated. We are pleased to have with us today Mr. Kim Barnett. Mr. Barnett is an Association Life member and president of membership for the National Alumni Association. He serves on the board of directors as well. He received both his bachelor's and executive MBA from the University of Memphis. Mr. Barnett?
Thank you, Dr. Whittle-West. Good afternoon. Let me offer my congratulations, as Dr. Rudd did earlier, to those mothers who are graduating today. And also for the mothers who are in the audience, what a wonderful, wonderful gift your son or daughter is giving to you today as they graduate on a weekend that is so special to you. Congratulations. Good afternoon, class of 2016. On behalf of more than 160,000 alumni of our great university and the U of M Alumni Association, congratulations on your accomplishment today. This marks the beginning of an exciting chapter in your journey, and you're now part of the True Blue family, a prestigious community that stretches across the nation and around the globe. You now join the ranks of alumni that include the likes of such notable alums as Trey Hargett, Tennessee Secretary of State, Dana Gabrion, executive producer of a hit TV show, Anthony Penny Hardaway, former NBA player and also the coach of the East High Mustang State Champions, and also a Memphis philanthropist, also D'Angelo Williams, and as we move forward in our future, Mr. Paxton Lynch, the Denver Broncos quarterback. As a congratulatory gift, the Alumni Association is pleased to present each of you with a complimentary first-year association membership to the National Alumni Association. Please remember, as you leave campus to share your talents with the world, the University of Memphis Alumni Association will be right beside you, keeping you connected to your alma mater. As an alumnus, I ask that you encourage your children and friends to attend the University of Memphis, to stay engaged through alumni activities, and give back to the university when you can. I also ask that you would speak well of your alma mater. Again, I'm asking that you speak well of your alma mater. And always remember, wherever you are, you're a Tiger, you are our future, and you are True Blue. Go Tigers.
Thank you, Mr. Barnett. Each college will now proceed to the stage. The graduate students precede the undergraduate students by college or school.
These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders. Dr. Linda D. Jarmilowitz, Dean. The following candidates have earned the Master of Arts degree. Robry Henry Kemmons, Emily Ann DeMoss, Molly Jenkins, Mallory Lynn Kakaska, Megan Elaine Pewanka, Kayla Ann Sampson. These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the School of Public Health, Dr. Lisa Kledges, Dean. The following candidates have earned the Master of Health Administration: Allison K. Bossy, Colin Rogers Cheek, Kenrick Arthur Duncan, Sean M. Gilmore, Sharina Atul Gordon, Parker Harris, Iram Khan, Toya Denise Kimball, Stephanie Olivia Morgan, DeMarcus Dante Nash, Manuela Lizette Wynn, Alicia Juliana Pacheco, Curtis Lee Petty Jr., Lindsay R. Post. The following candidates have earned the Master of Public Health: Angela S. Askew, Sarah Kathleen Billingsby, Lee A. Kerbo, Deidre B. Davis, Marlise Elgart, Elsie L. Gerhardt, Delnice Higgins, Cheyenne Elizabeth Medlock, Cyril Patra, Soheli Pervin. These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the Herff College of Engineering: Dr. Richard Swigard, Dean. Nader Sharif Elias Kozim, Student Marshal, Herff College of Engineering, is receiving the Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Patrick H. Rhodes, Student Marshal, Herff College of Engineering, is receiving the Bachelor of Science in Engineering Technology. Shahinur Alam, Rakib Al-Fahad, Karishma Arja, Maria Flascu, Bradley Hambley, Micah John Lees, Venetia Manam, Christopher Adam Taylor, Douglas Scott Williams. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Engineering: Allison Elizabeth Fetz, Alicia Ann Masters, Carrie Hubany, Ravi M. Patel, Maggie Lulu Black, Roger Binham, Amin Ziad Ozral, Megan Taylor Anderson, Sydney William Babalola, Ethan Baker, Matthew Riley Bledsoe, Lara Venetra Bullock, Brandon A. Keys, Alan Jed Castro Mamarill, Patrick Hugh Reese, Brandy Nicole Sevier, Jonathan M. Tapp. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering degree: Joshua David Porter, Colton Baker, Lindsay Brakefield, Chase Crawford Carpenter, Biobara Remy Dambo, Ashley Karen Cross Evans, George Ralph Fisher III, Andrew Payne Little, Nathaniel Wilson. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering degree: David A. Arellano, Ryan Michael Rialis, Cody Rumberg, Nathaniel Warren III, Kendall Nicole Harris, Stephen Tyler Underwood, Samuel Bonds Frost, Carter James Stringfield, Veronica Ada Zimmerman, William Logan Thomas, James Robert Elliott, Akash R. Patel, Dylan Stahlhuth, Jeffrey Augustus Stevens. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering degree. David A. Arellano, Ryan Michael Rialis, Joseph Edward Vinson IV. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Engineering Technology degree. Alejandro Duarte, Jacob Carsley, Jordan Thomas Brock, James Chan, Angela Christina Crawford, Matthew Lucas Faulkner, Joel Gillihan, Kenneth Renard Granbury Jr., Mariko Grandi, Timothy Chad Herndon, Cernando Miller Jr., Alex Parker Roberts, Kelsey Brianna Teague, William M. Thompson, Christine L. Vick, Chad Michael Wren. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering degree. Kenton Anderson, Kevin Keyrose, Hunter Tate, Shane Michael Tatro, Caleb Wilson, Casey Atkins Buckley, Robert Michael Carlo III, Mohsen El-Shafei, Stephen James Tankersley, Daniel Allen Thorpe, Stephen Paul Hessling, David Acenzio, Peter Matthias Bermel, Harley L. Brown, Zachary Seth Buckler, Hain Min Do, Javier Duarte Jr., David Gideon Gold, Ronald Craig Mullins, Patrick Andrew Silva, Kutai Suleiman Türker, Billy Patrick Wheeler.
These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the School of Health Studies, Dr. Richard Bloomer, Interim Director. Emily M. Adamek, Student Marshal, School of Health Studies, is receiving the Bachelor of Science in Education degree. The following candidates have earned the Master of Science degree. Tony Michelle Bolar, Mary Susanna Caver, Alicia Marie Essery, Shelby Ann Peel, Alex Thomas von Schulz, Alex Thomas von Schulz, Adrian Nicole Winfrey, Michael Terry Sassine. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Education degree. Stephen Timothy Gordon, Martha Ruth Manning, Ahmad A. Elena. Clara Amat Fernandez. Casey Justin Bemis. Diana Bryn Chambers. Kelsey Denica. Rachel Ferguson. Dallas Forsyth. Sarah Guin. Catherine Marie Goebel. Rebecca Katie Gordon. Marina Lynn Hayes. Robert Heisman. Robert Caleb Kendall. LaCroix. Pamela Lee LaCroix. Alexandria Owens. Blake Scarborough. Casey Elizabeth Spillman. Jasmine Simone Thews. Alicia Dawn Washington. Kelsey Nicole Whitaker. Artesina S. Bear. Samuel Kenneth Billings. Maher Bleibel. Paul N. Burton. Terica Lachey Clark. Brian Christopher Combs. Casey Victoria Henline. Is it Hillary? Stephanie Joy Hillary. Sarah Mims. James A. Parmalee. Lindsay Victoria Purvis. Elsie Rodriguez Rondon. Sarah Russell. Carrie Sims. Reed Joel Spicer. Levi C. Olande. Zachary Watts. Wade Wells. Philip Tyler Wilson. Dimitri Baker. Casey Benson. Hannah Marie Brazelton. Ashley Breedlove. Grant Robert Center. Courtney Shanice Claxton. Brian Thomas Cole. Brandy Brianna Collins. David A. Daly Jr. Taylor Elaine Davis. Ashley Dillard. Colin Dowling. Alexandria Edelman. Lauren Greenhill Fury. Ashley Frederick. Corey Galbraith. Debrecca Hurt Grimes. Lauren Brittany Harris. Allison Haynes. Hanifa Holden Muhammad. Randy Bernard Hudson Jr. Rodney Jackson Jr. Camille Johnson. Roderick Trebor Jones. Aaron Drake Lander. Gerson Lazo. Sean Marsh. Ratavius W. Matthews. Sean Robert McCausland. Faith Elizabeth Medlin. Brittany Miller. Catherine Marie Matroni. Eunice O. Mullen. Kendra Brene Payne. Candace Norshavia Payton. Keela L. Potts. Is it Terrell? Kendrick Terrell Rogers. Kiara Ivalis Santos. Cassandra Shepard. Ricky Tunstall. Tyler Ray Usselton. Joshua Blaine Walker. Thomas Ray Wellborn. Drew Powers Weston. Hollis Whitehead. Amber Woolard. Sydney Simone Wright. These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the College of Education. Dr. Ernest Rako, Interim Dean. Susanna House, Student Marshal, College of Education, is receiving the Bachelor of Science in Education degree. The following candidates have earned the Education Specialist degree. Tanja Riley Brown. Sydney Collins. Caitlin Orient East. Jessica Lynn Mays. The following candidates have earned the Master of Arts in Teaching degree. Leanne Bird Alexander. Quincy and Beasley. Jessica Higgins Cotter. Jennifer Diane Curry. Jonathan Ryan Dancy. Abigail Jane Dyroff. Dennis D. Dunfack. Gina Gamble Gretz. Raven Dawn Ham. Beverly Claire Nelson. Maxim V. Popov. Holly Dawn Rasmussen. Hope Shields. Ashley Nicole Stamey. Kirsten L. Williams. The following candidates have earned the Master of Science degree. Katie Margaret Antes. Jade Catherine Beatrice Austin. Sarah L. Benson. Jacqueline Taylor Brown. Sierra Patrice Carr. Thank you. Dionysia Lynette Croft. Megan Hill Cross. Candace Amanda Dandridge. Samantha Marie Danico. Britley Nanette Dawson. Mandy Nicole Day. Melissa Ruth Etheridge. Tamika Latira Gooden. Melissa Ann Gross. Alicia Hines. Kayla Evelyn Holland. Allison Nicole Hotz. Brittany April Jackson. Trisilla Deanne Johnson. Ashley Renee Norman. Cortland Alexander Pickett. Lee Carrier Petrie. Julia Gates Ray. Brittany Morgan Simmons, Holly Renee Staggs, David McCrory Stenberg, Beja Tan, Dominique Demarion Tillis, Talia Hope Trigg, Shakisha Kim Washington, Stacy J. Wilkes, Allison Nicole Woodfield, Lauren Renee Woods. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Education degree: Catherine Danielle Beebe, Anna Catherine Brainerd, Marybrook Crouch Kroom, Sandra Crossman, Tressie Jane Crutchfield, Danielle Brianna Davis, Brittany Wynn Kirk, Stephanie Gail Marconi, Melissa Diane Myers, Haley Alyssa Orr, Michaela Cheyenne Rhodes, Crystal Seymour, Kendra Courtney Steele, Sarah B. Tippett, Hannah Allen, Mary Grace Berry, Tiana Onisha Body, Hannah Durham Braden, Pamela B. Buckwalter, Jamie Elizabeth Cater, Alexandra Gray Corlew, Caitlin Marie Hare, Kiera Jamerson, Angela Jarvis, Rachel Lowry, Emily Ray Lucas, Kimberly Brooke Mask, Megan McDivitt, Crystal Allison Moody, Kristen Alyn Parker, Jasmine Gail Parsons, Megan Elizabeth Riley, Memory Dawn Schwartz Turner, Stacy Sims, Kaylee Marie Solke, Tony Underhill, Erica Nicole Allen, Delphina Alice, Jessica Alvarez, Badran Awade, Caitlin Beams, Megan Victoria Breeze, Brittany McKay Kilo Brown, Kimberly Calicut, April Lee Clark, Caitlin Lee Coolican, Marwa Said Dardis, Caitlin Davis, Keely Durbin, Courtney Fine, Jordan Fisher, Brianna Goodwin, Jakaya Harris, Taylor Dawn Harris, Natalie Elise Hughes, Delarice Joy, Casey Kennedy, Ashley Lynn Lovejoy, Kristen Schuyler McBride, Julie Christy Mulvaney. Jalicia Denise Miles. Judana Crystal Roper. Kendra Rosser. Catherine Sappington. Laurel Page Scott. Kensley Elizabeth Silas. Jenny Ann Sims. Mackenzie Nicole Smallwood. Kirsten Michaela Spears. Tracy R. Spencer. Dorothy Jean Taylor. Haley Christine Thomas. Lauren Tucker. Sarah Marie Turner. Alton Eugene Woods, Jr. Kaylee Elizabeth Wright. Mandy April Austin. Kayla Marie Barnes. Jaquise Shantae Bates. Stephanie J. B. Rebecca Ruth Bichon. Sherry Denise Britton. Kenneth Walton Case. Amber Coleman. Crystal Shantae Connolly. Marley Elizabeth Cordo. Lynn Marie Dickerson. Brian D. Florence, Jr. Heather Dawn Garland. Is it Gillian? Samantha K. Gillian. Kelly Elizabeth Goolsby. Avery Grimes. Rex Alvin Hamilton. Lauren Deanne Hancock. Candace Hankins. Amber J. Harris. Kinsey Chandler Harris. Bethany Houle. Carlos Alioncio Huesca. Catherine Victoria Hughes. Kara K. Jones. Ellen Elizabeth Kinney. Amanda K. Kirk. Chelsea Lascano. Danisha Miller. Michael Lee Miller. Kayla Demetria Mitchell. Sheree Danielle Moore. Misty Nichols. Allie Nolan. Justin Lynn Parrish. Danielle Nicole Price. Alana Janae Purcell. Kenyatta S. Sears. Alexandria Ventrice Smith. Lydia Alexandra Smith. Sonia Marie Spencer. Zachary Chancellor Sutton. Ethan Matthew Taylor. Keisha Sherelle Vales. LaCarrie Noel Waller. Is it Leanne? Molly Leanne War. Renisha Renee Wash. Brittany Alexandria Williams. Jamar M. Wright. These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the Loewenberg College of Nursing. Dr. Lynn John, Dean. Elizabeth Ann Akrid, Student Marshal, Loewenberg College of Nursing, is receiving the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. The following candidates have earned the Master of Science in Nursing degree. Lindsay Suzanne Black. Talisha Michelle Dixon. Jody Darlene Holmes. Bridget LaShundra Hobson. Marcella Holloway Ship. Paulette Johnson. Yim Yi Lee. Damika M. Newman. Nikisha Monet Newsom. Rita C. Opong. Jocelyn Mangabat Powell. Deborah LaShun Mays. Tiffany Wilson. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. Mario Antonio Lopez Rodriguez. Lindsay Blondell Tate. Larissa Christine Boats. Alexa Edmondson. Cynthia L. Figueroa. Rebecca Lauren Harden. Dakia Kashore Jackson. Erin Elizabeth Jacobson. Daniel Clayton LaForce. Hannah Paige Livingston. Ashley Murray. Danielle Elizabeth Nesterwich. Miranda Nicole Pierce. Natalie Rash. Chelsea Marie Rowell. Taylor Nicole Sarton. Tori Elizabeth St. John. Alexis Brett Walker Tomlinson. Veronica Michelle Wilson. Ashley Nicole Armstrong. Kyle Beasley. Megan Bramlett. Linda Bach-Dip. Heather Gross. Alexandria Lynn Jones. Amanda Larg. Madalena Tran Linton. Isaac G. Macis. William Thomas McLemore. Jennifer Lennon Murray. Thank you. Chidera Wagwu. Thank you, Chidera. Kelsey Perry. Tiffany Janelle Shaw. Jacqueline Skelton. Kelly Michelle Spendlove. Samantha Nicole Thornton. Anna Lee Tippett. Alyssa D. Van Etten. Kelly Joan Van Gundy. Morgan Winters. Yoon Yang. Dorothy Ballard. Haley Brooke Beckham. Courtney Davis Campbell. Risque LaChardonnay Christian. Pam E. Conley. Ashley Noel Daniel. Amanda Lynn Dodson. Carla Jean Gilbert. Alexandria Halford Hardy. Ethan Blake Hensley. Eric L. Hughes. Allison Nicole Jackson. Hannah Elise LaCroix. Amber Janae Law. Laquita L. Lemons. Erica Lachey Long. Sean Thomas Mallory. Katie Joe McNeil. Felix J. Nieves. Lenerica Nolan. Marela Nystrand. Christina Guadalupe Ortiz. Shalisa Pritchard. Victoria Lynn Quash. Jordan Charles Ritchie. Curtis Lynn Shannon Jr. Elizabeth Michelle Simonton. Madison N. Smallwood. Tasha Renee Swanson. Andrew Thorne. Cody Elise Throneberry. Adrian N. West. Brandy Monique Williams.
These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the Kemmons Wilson School of Hospitality and Resort Management. Dr. Radesh Palakuti, Director and Professor. Daniel Aaron Ludwig, Student Marshal, Kemmons Wilson School of Hospitality and Resort Management, is receiving the Bachelor of Science in Education degree. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Arts degree. Brianna Elizabeth Fields. Megan Nicole Updegraft. Daniel Benschmuel. Brooke Nicole Bobo. Taylor Clay. Emily Foreman. Winnie Law. Mallory Elizabeth Taff. Christian Brown. Aaron Quinn Carter. Alan Cochran. Jessica Shanae Holloway. Jeremy Frisch Kahn. Jordan Martin. Rebecca Marie Murphy. Hannah Piggers. Darren R. Rutherford II. Shui Shin. Matthew K. Story. Eva Elizabeth Waters. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Education. William Bargery III. Ambria Masona Berryhill. Sydney O. Slose. Avery Woodson. Carolina Jennifer Carmichael. Ophelia Marie Carmichael. Asiana Fukwabe. Donald Shea II. Reginald R. Barron. Duke Calhoun. Chase Walker Campbell. Cody Clymer. Matthew Allen Farrer. Timothy Hurd. Peyton Ashley Carroll. Christina Nicole Krug. Paxton James Lynch. Joseph Pierce Moore. Joseph Rice. Jonathan Sankskin. Michael Jordan Stewart. Cherish Cambrielle Walker. Kenya Mache Wallace. These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the Fogelman College of Business and Economics. Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean. Emily Catherine Dean, Student Marshal, Fogelman College of Business and Economics, is receiving the Bachelor of Business Administration degree. Evan Daniel Hewer, Student Marshal, Fogelman College of Business and Economics, is receiving the Bachelor of Business Administration degree. The following candidates have earned the Customer-Driven Master of Business Administration degree. Jeffrey Brian Bronson. Travis Edward Danis. Carissa Nancy Hogan. Katie Golden Nesvik. Alexandra N. Rushing. The following candidates have earned the International Master of Business Administration degree. Garima Agribal. Hope Chinedum Ekwensi. Yan Yan Guo. Samson Iwiwu. Niranjana Nora Simon. Marigold Pasquale. Samawath Nayer Sharchi. Ade Keme Oyin Ade Solsele. Yan Soon. Danish Suri. Kent Owen Tyler. The following candidates have earned the Master of Arts degree. Kehan Koleni. The following candidates have earned the Master of Business Administration degree. Tanya Kilgore Ashworth. Nicole Sylvester Brinkerhoff. Joshua Aubrey Bernwatt. Vonda K. Collins. Bryant Antoine Cummings. Erica Owen DeRosier. Crystal Michelle Johnson. John Bradley Kelly. John Bradley Kendall. Gabrielle Kowalczyk Ford. Yinfa Lin. Michael R. McCaffrey. Vitali Nicholas Mika. Shamala Naraja. Stacy Yvette Murphy. Hina Siddharthbhai Patel. Jennifer Marshall Pepper. Santosh B. Singh. Jessica Marie Smith. Travetta Chantrice Stewart. Matthew A. Teal. Charles D. Tolbert. Louis Vallejo. Lisa A. Weatherby. Justin Peter Winchell. The following candidates have earned the Master of Science degree. Charles H. Allen, Jr. Abhilash Batu. Pranathi Bodu. Kelly Boston. Stephen Carter. Chichin Chen. Anna Elizabeth Crabb. Leona Joel. Avanti Koneru. Kwadwo Kwarteng. Gregory D. Langford. William Page Latham. Maggie Lang. Elizabeth Laura Long. Stephen B. Lynch. Lisa Emily Lyons. Gayatri Madamanchi. Ravi Chandra Madali. Emily Rebecca Matheny. Joshua McDonald. Leah Renee McKinley. Elena Cecil McKinnon. Shannon Edgar Miller. Kevin Austin Moss. Yashwanth Reddy Narayana. Victoria Quinn Wynn. Robert Evander Palmer VI. Christopher A. Patton. Gregory Michael Snook. George P. Spake. Daniel Anderson Spencer. Sloan Hansen Stock. Praveen Reddy Shadeni. Mary Ann Nell Swain. Maxwell J. Tyburn. Kelvin Tran. Brett Wages. Terrence Wallace. Edward Deshaun Wilson. Sri Sivana Charan Yalamanchi. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Business Administration degree. Shannon Simone Violet Marie Arbor. Brooke Faye Benjamin. Robert Bishop. Connor Whitney. Marissa Duguay. Kade Mitchell Gable. Rena Nicole Gatewood. Louis Hansler. Kai Creek Holder. Brett Michelle Jackson. Elizabeth Nicole James. Erica Danielle James. Caitlin M. James. Kevin S. McGuire. Elena Jo Mashburn. Catherine Milam. Shantiva Chanel Pigram. Corey Richter. Alexandria Diane Young. Zainab Adam. Alexis Jordan Bingham. Zachary Keeler Blondis. Jerica Corley. Ferris. Matthew Gay. Jared Gilliam. Nathan Griffin. Hillary Hatch. Ellen Nicole Kelly. Christopher Justin Litano. Hannah Louise Mastriani. Daniel Javier Montiel. Audra Morgan Nichols. James Pacoma. Michael Wade Parker. Sagan Patel. Amberly Ann Pham. Anthony J. Rossio. Katie Robbins. Samuel Roberts. Terry Taiwan Smith. Kathy Norris Stafford. Catherine Nicole Stone. Shelby Jewel Tucker. Corey Van Blaricum. Evelyn Aguilar Weekly. John Aaron Whitaker. Jamie Lynn Williams. Jasmine Yates. Fahad Yusuf. Nisa R. Anderson. Scott S. Ball. Bobby Blair. David William Blunt. Jordan C. Boruff. Jackson Botto. Tyler David Chenault. Leah Jasmine Sade Collins. Ryan Cundiff. Annie Marie Cunningham. Jarrett Dohan. Nicholas Joseph Drzymski. Kaylee Renee Frederick. Julia Gerlach. Addison Scott Jans. Bessie Jimenez. Michael Ross Maxey. Jordan Wesley Mayberry. Caleb William McGee. Michael Sellers McNellis. Ryan Michael Miller. Cecilia Suri Mock. Alexandra Wynn. Catherine McCann Patterson. Thomas Perot. Morgan Reese. Travis Runkle. Quinton Marcellus Russell. Danielle Nicole Sanders. Achu Sashi Daran. Mary Rebecca Schmidt. Trinity Lashaw Schote. Allison C. Shull. Diamond Charisse Smith. Jonathan Andrew Tankersley. Quincy Alexander Thomas. Joel Waddell. Ronald Burnett Webb III. Cody Weisfeld. Kelsey Lane Yelvington. Jackie Yu. Yawen Zheng. Iftu Idris Abudu. Charles Jared Allen. D. Lamar Allen. Fernando Andre Ambrose Perez. Jeremy D. Askew. Rolanda Bailey. Brian Anthony Bayoni. Caitlin L. Baker. Terrence L. Berry. Ashlyn Taylor Barfield. Lucy Hadsky Belote. Andrew Bishop. Diego R. Blaine. Lawanese Bradley. Kenneth D. Brooks. Anna Elizabeth Brown. Christopher Jerome Burton. Reeves Calloway. Jolynn Lizama Carroll. Jordan Ashley Coates. Kelly L. Cockcroft. Kiara L. Collins. John Brennan Cunningham. Rokaya Diouf. Matthew Trenton Dorsey. Kelly Douglas. Spencer Colton Douglas. Danielle R. Dublin. Flatez DeAndre Dyson. Wisam El-Khayat. Tiffany Renee Fields. Taylor Fortune. Troy A. Freeman. John Paul Donato Galliano. Connor Joe Glennon. Tyler James Griggs. Candice B. Guy. Eric C. Hakim. David Gregory Hankins. Daniqua J. Hardiman. Limandrias Deshawn Hawes. William Henderson. Alex Holsey. Danita Nicole House. Michael John Harris II. Kanisha Davis Hyman. Matthew Philip Houston. Chelsea Marie Jacobs. Norman Deshun Jeans. Anthony T. Johnson. Shaven Jones. John Leslie Juniker III. Anthony Philip Kaitibi Jr. Kevin John Kearse. Brenda Kirkpatrick. Komla Wode Coffey. Lauren E. Korleski. Victoria Law. Darshell S. Lee. William Colin Lee. Harry Stahl Lehman IV. Wei Gang Liao. Ebers Gustavo Lobos. Corentin Remy Lewis. Marlena Monique Love. Adam Edward Luker.
Paul C. Marion. Peyton S. Markham. Tevian Dejan McCutcheon. Leanna M. McDaniel. Anna Denise McNeil. Michael Miller. LaQuenta P. Milo Brownlee. Brandon Maurice Mitchell. Shakima A. Mitchell. Mariam Mohabbadi. Ashley Nicole Mosley. Paris Norris. Mackenzie Davis Parham. Nolan Peters. Benjamin J. Peterson. Adam Power. Felicia Renee Pryor. Ninorti Quistherson. Cody Kwan. Jeremy Ramey. Octavia Rayford. Kelsey R. Red. Elliot McBride Reich. Brian Joseph Riley. Dwight Elliott Robinson. Mariah Delia Rouser. Anthony Salameth. Alicia Janine Sanders. Carla Lee Scallern. Jacob Balthauser Shore V. Connor J. Schubeck. Lauren A. Smith. Simbat Smith. Shane Michael Stapleton. Nico Stokes. Adriana Leonice Stubbs. Demarius Tanksley. Katie Thiel. Eileen N. Thomas. Corey Demetrius Tomlin. Dustin Troxel. Elton D. Tucker. Hannah Ray Valley. Lars Van Mile. Angelica S. Vidparthi. Emily Lauren Vogelsong. Tony J. Ward. Corey Dion Weddle. Brittany Wilkins. Erin Willette. Carmen Marie Williams. Kayla L. Willis. Jennifer Ramel Wills. Ricky E. Kirby Jr. Drake Wilson. Megan Young. Abby Lynn Ziegenfuss.
Please join me in giving our graduates one last hand. I'm sure that all of you will want to join me in expressing a genuine sense of gratitude to a group of very special people who for several semesters now, they have worked with you as you have pursued your educational goals. They have invested in your life. Let me ask the representative group of faculty and administrators to stand, and please join me in giving them one final warm recognition of their efforts. The completion of an academic degree is never done alone. Much appreciation and gratitude for support and encouragement is owed to those closest to us, our parents, spouses, siblings, significant others, children, and friends. Will those in the audience today please stand so that we may recognize and thank you? Family and friends, would you please stand? Thank you. Graduates, in your seat, you will find a gift from the Commencement office. It is a book entitled Life After School Explained. We hope that you'll find this book helpful. It also includes information on how to stay connected to your alumni and your career services and how to stay connected to the University of Memphis. Ladies and gentlemen, following the alma mater, students and guests are requested to remain in their seats for the recessional of the platform party and the faculty. Please stand now and turn to page 86 of your program and join us as we sing the alma mater.
Stand firm, alma mater, through all the years to come. In days of youth and beauty, thy halls have been